Beginners, and today I've got a beginner's graphic novel review for you, and today it is of Sex Criminals Volume 1. I will warn anybody, this is not for people who are not comfortable with explicit language and explicit pictures and nudity, and anybody that's not comfortable with that or does not feel that they are old enough to read that. It's definitely not for you. So if you feel like that's you, there's probably no point watching this video because it's not for you. I gave Sex Criminals 5 out of 5 stars. It is one of my favourite graphic novels. I just loved it. It was so brilliant. The art was brilliant. The idea was so weird but so unique. Like, it's about these people that when they orgasm they stop time. It's so unique and you would never think of it. And they decide to rob banks because she has a library that she needs to save from the bank, and so they rob banks, and it's just brilliant and so funny. It's very self-aware of itself. I've read 9 issues, which is nearly 2 volumes, but not quite 2 volumes, and it's very aware of itself, and like Susie, the main character, talks and breaks the third wall and talks to the reader about the story going on, about stuff she probably should have said. It flips back in time, it flips between what is going on now in their lives and what was going on at the beginning of their relationship and how they found each other, and I really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed that this was a great start to the graphic novels and comics, and I really loved it. I just think it was brilliant. The characters are both really unique and really jokey and funny. It's so funny. Like, it shows a great deal of the two main characters figuring out what's normal and if they're normal in their adolescence, because obviously it's not quite normal to stop time, but they don't know this, so we see them as teenagers trying to figure out whether what they can do is something that everybody can do, and then figuring out that it's not something everybody can do. And it's funny watching how they both used it as teenagers, because like they were so different. Like Susie would use it so that she could have time away from like her mom crying all the time and like her hard family life, while John would use it to sneak into porn shops. And it was so funny, and so Susie would call the time-stopping place the Quiet because it's where she got quiet time, and he would call it Cum World because that was the name of the porn shop he used to sneak into. And it's just so funny and unique, and I don't think I've ever come across the same sort of humour before, and it's brilliant. And if you're comfortable with nudity on this topic and stuff, then definitely read it because it was brilliant. And that was my beginner's graphic novel review, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.